just be like, the world's crappiest podcast. Lauren eating 2 muffins and talking about a boy she has a crush on, who may or may not know she exists.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unhitched or Dad Trying. I'm Cameron Carter, and with me is the girl with all the pearls, Lauren Neat.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you. Yeah. I do have a lot of pearls.
Do you? Are you a pearls girl?
Yeah.
That's good. Are they real?
Well, they better be.
Oh, do you not do the teeth test?
No. My mom, the orthodontist, would be very upset if I was walking around biting pearls.
What do you...
She's like, that was bad. Bad for your teeth.
Now, that's something that I definitely grew up with, was having parents, mainly parents, and those in authority over me telling me to get things out of my mouth. I have an oral fixation, and it's bad. I'm
just imagining you with like the world's weirdest things just like sticking out of your mouth like a clothes hanger, and they're like, Cameron, get it out of your mouth. And you're like, oh.
How do you fit that whole thing in there? That's crazy. No, there've been crazy. I'm sure there've been crazier things than that.
In your mouth?
Yeah. Let's see. The craziest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Kind of drawing a blank. Paper, in an effort to get rid of documents,
No. Okay, my dad does that.
Really?
Yeah.
He's he chews on the papes.
Yep. When he wants to like make sure it's not going to be traceable or his identity won't get stolen, he'll like chew it up into like an unrecognizable wad and then spit it out.
I think about, because I do that, and I think about the CSI episode where they gotta get the wad of paper and somehow give it to an intern in the lab.
Ew, that's happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
No, but I'm thinking at that point they're like, I give up. She'll remain murdered.
This looks like Pat Neat or Cameron Carter got a hold of this. That's what they'll say.
It's one of the two of them, but we never know which.
I never knew another human did that. Like, that makes me really happy to know.
Yeah, well, it's been getting better. I've been getting better at not chewing up the documents. So the other day I discarded a checkbook that I'd had for years. And so, I was like, that's a lot to eat and I'm pretty full. And so I ended up taking it to the bathroom, giving it a good little soak. And then I probably spent 20 minutes tearing it up into little bits. And then...
I'm seeing a side of your neuroses.
My neurosis is very bad. My racism is
still the same.
Still pretty good.
Though I will, now that you bring up checkbooks, I realized the other day that whenever I have to pay for something with check, I have to whip out my Looney Tune checkbook because I haven't ever run out of checks from when I got them when I was 14.
Well, that's comforting because you said Looney Tunes, and then there's there's different stigmas associated with being a Disney girl or a Looney Tunes girl.
Is there?
Oh, absolutely.
Enlighten me.
If I think Looney Tunes is kind of the white trash of the cartoons.
Oh.
Whereas, Disney is the obvious princess.
Like white privilege.
Right, white privilege.
Okay, so apparently I'm the white trashy part of the mix. I always loved what's her face? The bird, or it's his face. Tweety. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. I feel so
Wait, is it him or her?
It's a him.
Now that's very confusing.
I know.
There are a lot of cartoons out there that you just, in this day and age, gender doesn't matter.
So we're told.
Yeah, well, so it was just crazy growing up. You never needed to know the gender of different cartoons.
Animals?
You're just cool with that. You're like I still don't know if the Roadrunner is a guy or girl.
You know what? That's true. Or Wile E. Coyote.
I don't know. I think Wiley was a dude. I mean, Wiley's a dude's name.
You assume that.
That's true.
Well, Tweety sounds like a girl's name.
That's true. I mean, maybe they're breaking gender stereotypes.
Yeah.
With some of the, you never know. Looney Tunes probably one of the more progressive cartoons out there.
Apparently so.
I know. I thought I was just looking to, see how much pain and torture a coyote could survive every Sunday morning or Saturday morning. I had to get that date right because that's so crucial to who I am.
The Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, and it was an hour, like a full-on hour of like Looney Tunes cartoons, and
so you were white trash with me.
Oh, absolutely. I was never denying that.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
There's just something Disney, like the core characters at Disney. None of that's funny. None of that's.
You're right.
It might be entertaining, but when's the last time you've laughed at Donald Duck or Goofy or
Goofy's funny. Like those old Goofy cartoons where like Goofy gets in really funny, like they're meant to be like educational cartoons, like how to get your driver's license or something, and it's old Goofy and he gets himself into all these predicaments. Mm-hmm. That is the only funny part about the Disney cartoons.
I'm picturing Goofy going to get his driver's license and then ending up in a predicament where he somehow walked out with a gun license or something. I don't know. oh, shucks.
That just went dark.
Hey, my Goofy's pretty spot on. You want to hear it?
Yes, please.
Welcome. No.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We talked about this, and I think earlier this week, I don't know if we had this conversation with you or we had it about you, because Amy and I talk about you a lot behind your back,
Very good.
Mainly just who you should date.
Oh, tell me.
John, Peter, Bartholomew.
So all the men from the Bible?
Yes. All. Judas?
Oh. Oh, no.
Do you think if I was to Google right now...
Let the listener know my feet are now back up on the table.
Let the listener know. This is Court, by the way. Courtcast. Oh, that'd be a great idea for a podcast. Man, there's so many tangents we're going down right now.
We're just excited to be in the room together again.
To draw the visual image, Lauren somehow extended her barefoot foot above her eye level and then kind of showed me, looked at me, and then said, basically with her eyes, I'm putting this down. Know this. And then slowly reduce the elevation of her foot until it nestled gently on the tabletop.
You have, where it belongs.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm being stupid. That's fine. This is going to be stupid. So part of the conversation this past week was on... we noticed you have a really good... you could totally go into voice acting. Like, you were imitating some kids or something, and you just did this... I don't know what it was. It was like... and it was just spot on. I was like, that sounds like that could be like a kid off of... I don't know, some Cartoon Network show or something like that. Like that.
That is so nice.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Just don't forget manners. That's not funny. That's weird. I should edit this out. Anyway,
but that's really nice. Thank you. That would be something that would be so fun to do.
I mean, well, have you ever actually thought about this before? Because you just kind of nonchalantly did this out of nowhere, and I was kind of frustrated at you that you had no idea that you did that so well.
I didn't know I was good at it. No one's ever told me that. I thought everyone was annoyed by me.
Oh, yeah. Well, just in general.
Just so used to being annoying, I assume I'm annoying.
Right. So anything that I do or comes out of my mouth
must
is
be
repulsive.
Obviously.
No, but I think you. So can do that voice you did for us. I really, because I want to see how
the kid voice.
Yeah, the kid's voice. Like, just you have this voice for the kids, and you did an impression of an animal the other day, and I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Well, what kind of kid is it?
I don't know. You sound like a girl that's going to eventually one day become a witch. Just now.
And I thought it sounded like Marcel the Shell.
Oh,
I just accidentally came out with it.
Jenny Slate's cartoon.
Yes.
That
See, I gotta it's got to just happen naturally, you know? I will
Right.
say as a kid, one of my dreams was to be the voice of a character. So that is interesting that you said I'm good at that, because that would be a dream come true.
I always wanted to be the voice of the most annoying Disney character,
Which one?
Iago from Aladdin.
Oh, I don't think
Which-
he's the most annoying. He's funny.
He's what's the actor's name that does his voice?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Gottfried. Super annoying.
Yes.
In actually, like, interviews, I don't know. I just don't enjoy him. I'm sure he's a great guy, but just really out there, really weird.
He could be.
And then that kind of, I just remember seeing a couple interviews as a kid and just being like, oh, that's, I don't want to be him. I don't want to be him at all.
You know who I think... Okay, first of all, I've never actually thought about the voice of the characters that's the best, but I think the funniest Disney movie of all time is The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
Do you agree with
Absolutely.
me? We agree on this?
Oh, absolutely.
This is incredible.
I'm not BSing you on it. I kind of forget that it's a Disney movie because it is so funny. It's
Yeah.
when that came out, that I just remember, like, it was probably in middle school for me.
Me too.
and-
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
And it was actually, I was one of the ones to watch it before it was cool. Before 5 years later, everyone realized this is a funny movie. I
So
loved
you were
it.
hipster middle schooler.
Oh man,
I was into it before it was cool.
exactly. Indie was the term.
Oh, indie.
Yeah, so and David Spade was like one of my favorite SNL cast members, and like when that came out, I was stoked.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I
Man.
remember seeing it in theaters and just loving it.
It was so Kronk is absolutely hilarious. And so I actually spoke with a friend yesterday who confessed to me, because I gave him a hard time for this a few weeks ago. He told me, Lauren, I finally watched Tommy Boy. And I was like, I was so proud of him. I really,
Good.
truly was. Like,
I'm proud of him too.
It was an emotional experience. I looked at him, I was like, thank you. Like, thank you for watching it. And so we ended up talking about how funny David Spade and Chris Farley are together.
Oh, absolutely.
They're hilarious.
But how do you feel about Black Sheep?
I love it.
There you go. Moving on. But one of the voices from Emperor's New Groove that I immediately became, once everyone started liking it, like 5 years later in high school, of course I was Kronk. Like, everyone knew.
You are Kronk.
I am, man.
Your hair right now. You were Kronk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Kronk is the best character.
He's
in
also
that by
holding
far.
a tray of spinach puffs right now.
My spinach puffs. I don't know who. I just imagine the writers of that movie were having a blast writing that, because no other Disney movie came out before that was that funny.
No, nor since.
No, I'm so glad we're on the same page movie.
I really like agreeing with you. Yeah,
Did you just say I really like agreeing with you?
I did.
I mean, I hate it, but I
I prefer conflict.
I need a little fight out of. I don't know where that was going.
Fight outta.
I agree, though.
Good.
I'm going to be honest with you and level with you. I agree. Agreeing is great. I love it.
Agree.
This is a great bit. So great.
Getting into another one of our great bits is our topic thunder.
We should call this Great Bits instead.
Great bits. We this week, like all weeks, we took a topic, we both did it, and we're gonna come back and compare our experiences to see whose life is better. You, the married father, or me, the single female. So this week our topic is burgers.
Burgers.
Very
yeah.
simple.
Yeah. I mean, the concept of burgers. Whether eaten at home, out, mainly out.
Those are the only two options.
Right. Or in between doorways.
Sure.
Or on the road. I mean, if you think about it.
That would be out.
And that's very, I guess, but...
You know.
No, okay, that's fine. Well, so this week we were trying to think what would be a good topic, and we talked about this. We don't exactly want to do feet are back up on the table. We don't exactly want to do like restaurants per se because it's just so broad, and there are so many restaurant experiences that are going to be different for a single woman versus a married dad week to week. And
Totally.
but burgers, I feel like everyone likes burgers except for Jaman, and well, maybe Jaman likes them. That's a
and
callback.
Vegans, yeah,
And-
from Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway,
This week we went and got burgers together. Actually,
we did.
we did. Me, you, Amy, and Baby,
That's true. I feel like there was. And Cheney.
and Cheney.
Baby and Cheney. Don't forget Cheney. So we headed out to, and I guess I'm going to let you go first this week. We headed out to Bar Louie. You want to tell us about
I do want to tell you about it. So I actually
Good. Tell me about it.
Okay. I went to Bar Louie a couple weeks ago with a good friend from high school, two good friends from high school. And I saw, actually, in the ladies' restroom, there was a poster. And it said $5 burger nights on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. There's nothing more I like better than a $5 burger meal. And so we went, I told Cameron about it. We decided this is a great opportunity for us to go. We went, and y'all, the burgers were really good.
They're okay.
My burger was so good. It had like buffalo sauce on it. It had blue cheese on it and bacon. $5.
Okay, so that is good. It wasn't one of those kind of BS deals where it's like half off. And they usually do this at bars here in Dallas. Like, that's the trendy thing to do if you have a bar and you sell food, is to do the half off on the food on certain days, usually Tuesdays or Wednesday here. And then, of course, they make their sales to the drinks. But it wasn't a cheapskate deal where you get this, just plain burger that's like barely the size of your fist.
Yeah.
And it was legit. Like,
It was
these are filled. Yeah.
good burger.
Oh, mama.
And it comes with fries or tots.
Ooh.
I got the fries, and let me say, they're really good. They had some special seasoning on them, but I was so hungry.
Didn't the waitress just say it was like salt or something?
She said it was potato seasoning, and I was like, well, sign me up for that potato seasoning, because it was good.
They were.
They were good.
Now, I was pretty jealous that when, I'll get into that in my segment. I'll edit this part out.
So, and I feel a little guilty because I was starving when I got there. I had like a really early lunch and I worked late, so it was like I was ravenous. We got there. I had a bunless burger, actually, like a bit of a loser.
Now,
And
why would you go and do that?
because bread's been making my stomach hurt. I don't want to get into it. I sound like such a loser, but
Okay, we'll cut this out.
I had a bunless burger and fries, and so I was still hungry, and so I actually ordered another side of fries.
Yeah.
And while I'm eating this delicious side of fries, I bit my tongue so hard
Yep.
that I was bleeding. Like I just destroyed my own tongue with my teeth, and I had to stop eating. And it was like I just kind of looked above me and I was like, this is a sign from God. I have to stop eating fries. So I gave my fries to your wife, and she was really happy.
She was stoked about it.
Yeah.
That was painful. Like, I was there. I've never really truly had empathy for another human other than that moment right there. And I'm not a very empathetic dude. Like, I could care less. Like, I don't care about homeless people. I'll be honest. I'm just kidding. I do.
It's like, you
No.
monster.
No, I actually worked with homeless organizations. But anyway, but like, I was just like, I felt that in my tongue. Like, and I don't know. Like,
It was
I'm feeling
visible.
It now.
I stuck my tongue out, and it was like that girl cut a chunk out of her tongue.
Yeah, you made that weird Yoshi sound when you did. You did a dong. Yeah, that was the craziest part of the night. But yeah, I remember it was just, you couldn't talk for like good solid like 10, 15 minutes there.
I just sat there with my hand over my mouth, and I was like, this is it. This is my worst nightmare. I can't taste food anymore.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, you know what?
What? Tell me.
It took about a day and a half to heal. The next day, I literally had to eat a smoothie for lunch.
Oh, really?
Because it hurt. Like eating hot food hurt.
Yes, that does. It's like the fifth taste, and it's the sixth taste that you don't want, which is hurt. You get what? You're looking at me weird, and
I didn't understand what you were going with.
No,
that.
you get, what is it? The tip of your tongue tastes sweet, the sides taste sour, the back tastes bitter, and maybe there's four, and there's one more I'm not thinking of, but
I'm trying to remember, but
wait, here, stick out your tongue right now. I'm gonna check.
I label my tongue with the flavor spots.
Oh, that's good. That's super helpful. The
For
last
this-
one is umami. Oh, how about that? Okay. That's a weird. I didn't know that could be categorized as sure.
Yeah.
And the last one there is hurt. Actually, your tongue it doesn't look.
Do you see it? Can you still see it?
Is it on? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
It has been almost a week and I'm still injured.
Don't you hate it though? Like, I expected it to be a little bit bigger, but whenever you bite your tongue or like something's hurting on your tongue, you expect it to be like, I split my tongue in two, and then you look and it's like you can't even see where it like doesn't get inflamed.
No. It was, I was talking to your wife and I just go, Amy, I bit my tongue. And she goes, oh yeah, your mouth is red. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just kind of freaked out. Like, it's in half, like,
Oh, I hate that moment. Or it's like whenever you're like chewing on something or like ice or something, and like you kind of like, yeah, this is going to be a great podcast for the listener.
Oh, everyone's cringing right now.
And you're
I'm
like,
cringing.
did I chip my tooth? Did I chip my tooth? And then you like feel with your tongue, and it's like, is everything still like okay?
I have one time I was with my mom and she was eating a Jordan almond. You know those almonds that they're
Oh, yeah.
covered in that white, hard as rock, like nasty white exterior. I think they're gross. She was eating a Jordan almond and she just goes, she's very even keeled. She just goes, I think I chipped my tooth. And I was like, what? And in her hand was like the pieces of Jordan almond. And then she was like, I think I did. And she consecutively kept picking up each piece to taste to see if it was part of the Jordan almond or her tooth.
Oh, gosh.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And she would go, is this it? Nope, that's almond. She'd take it out. It was the funniest thing.
That makes me so queasy.
I'm sorry.
So it would be funny at the end of the day. Well, that explains your mom's weird tooth that looks like it's like that's a chunk of a shell.
Luckily, it was on the inside, like back molar. She's she could take care of it. She's an orthodontist. So.
There you go. What does that look like to perform oral surgery on your mouth?
Okay. All right. Please stop talking me. Okay.
She likes to talk herself through the procedure as she does it on
You
herself.
got this, Karen.
I would love to walk in on your mom just like in her office on her chair and just trying to do that. Like, you're like, hey, it's free. I'm like, okay, sure thing, Miss Neat. Mrs.
There you go.
There we go.
So yeah, that's my that was the downside of my burger evening. Burger was great.
Yeah.
Company was like phenomenal.
It doesn't get better than that, right?
No.
Right?
Right.
Ellie was there.
I had 2 drinks. Spent more money than I wanted to on those drinks.
And what was your tab?
Oh gosh, it was like $30.
What was your tip?
I tipped her $10.
Oh, wow.
I know. She was telling. Remember, we talked to her, and the table behind
Yeah.
us gypped her. Gave her like 12 cents, and I felt terrible, so I over tipped her.
Yes, that table was. We should have known better. We were walking into not the classiest martini burger bar in the world.
No.
It's cheap food. It's cheap bar food.
I have seen 2 people be like carried out because they were so drunk on 2 separate occasions being there, and I've been there 3 times.
You don't go there fishing for. no one should be going there to like go and socialize. It's you go in there with your own crew.
Yeah.
It's very
and then
much,
you stick to your crew.
you stick to your crew. There should be absolutely no flirting here. If someone hits on you at Bar Louie, run.
Just
Run.
the opposite direction. Look for your friends. Go undercover. Hide in the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And those bathrooms had some good locks on them.
That's where I learned about the Burger Tuesdays.
Oh yeah. Hey,
They got some good reading.
they got some good reads on the. There was Tom Sawyer. Wait, that's
Yep.
not the book. It's Tom and Huck, right? That's not it either.
That's a Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie.
Oh, that's true. JT.
JTT.
JTT. JT squared.
Yeah.
That was another voice I wanted to do growing up. I wanted to do Simba. I was obsessed with this.
Were you?
I really wanted to go into voice acting. I really did.
I didn't know that about you. So are you like a little bit bitter that you feel like I'm a natural at it?
Yeah.
Because I think you're good at it too.
Well, all my congrats and well wishes to anyone in this world comes with a little bit of bitterness underneath and jealousy. So, I
Good
mean, yeah,
job.
you have the gift.
Oh, thank you.
You have the gift. Gilbert Gottfried would be proud. Oh, man. I feel like we could get him here on this
And
podcast. He's
Gilbert
so...
Godfrey, we trust.
Oh, gosh. That's an effed up version of Trump's America.
I wish. Let's try and get him on the podcast.
Why?
Not Trump, Godfrey. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, but I've already told you, I'm not that big a fan of him anymore. I mean, he kind of...
Well, now he'll never come on the podcast.
Gilbert, I'm sorry. We just can't. I listened to that one Comedy Bang Bang podcast with you. It was a little off. Sorry.
I want to hear about your burger experience.
Well, it was... Man, it was an okay burger. At the end of the day, there are a lot of better options in this town.
But for $5?
For $5, I would say it's okay.
Okay.
At the end of the day, to be completely honest, I'd rather take that $5 and go get a double at In-N-Out.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were not a fan of In-N-Out.
I mean, In-N-Out has it's middle of the highway when it comes to burgers. I mean, if for fast food burgers, great. Don't get me wrong. But In-N-Out, their fries are what kind of mess me up because they're like not fully fried, but the burgers are pretty good. And not that, I guess at this point, for bar food, the Bar Louie burger was great. I got the Applewood smoked bacon cheddar burger. It's great. That bacon will make or break a burger. And because
It was good.
oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I hate it whenever you get that cheap, like you get the Applewood smoked bacon and it's thinner than a piece of paper. There's nothing that grinds my gears more than just getting like paper thin bacon. Even last night, I got on a bacon kick so bad that we even went by Whole Foods and there's this like thick cut bacon that you can only get like 8 strips out of, and it costs $8.
Oh, it's $1 per piece of bacon.
Oh yeah, but you eat one of those things, it's so good, and you have to like cook it right. Otherwise, it like you can't just like nuke it or put it in a oven. Like you have to make it right.
Are you sure you're not just eating like 8 pork loins and you think they're bacon?
Wait, what? Pork loin? Is it the
They
one-
are long, long.
This had a giant T in it in the middle. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
What's it? I don't know if it's bacon's beef. What?
Did you just say bacon's beef?
Bacon's beef. The
Bacon's beef.
bacon's beef. The chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the fish.
I have no idea where this is going.
Bacon is not beef.
No, it's not. Although you can get beef bacon, but
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not bacon.
No. It's just really, really thin steak.
You think it would be good, but no, that's true. I think so. Is that what a French dip sandwich is? Because it's got roast beef. Is roast beef bacon?
It's just beef bacon?
Beef bacon.
Beef bacon and beef juice.
Oh yeah.
Just.
Ah, sure.
Bless you.
So the same joke at the exact same time.
We are both so funny.
Man. Y'all are just in for a treat, little listener. Yep, I think all of our listeners are little. I mean, they're below us, right?
Well, they're below you. Everyone
That's
is.
true. Sorry. That's
You
how I
know,
see the world.
I don't know if anyone can tell, but I think we're
Sound-
very giddy that we're back to just the two of us today.
I know.
We're really
the
excited.
last 3 guests sucked.
Can't say that.
And I mean it. No. We'll
No.
cut this out.
Okay. We've had guests the last 3 episodes, and I've loved every minute of it. But I didn't realize until just now how much I kind of miss just you and I.
Just the two of us. Wait,
Yeah.
that's more a song about couples.
Or about Dr. Evil and Mini-Me.
Oh, that's true. That's where it's primarily known for, right?
In my head, that's where it's known. Actually, no, it's about a father and a son.
Oh, you're right.
Will Smith and Jaden.
Oh, that's true. That's who it was. The ballad was originally written for.
Yep,
was,
after the millennium.
Will Smith wrote it, right, for Jaden.
Right.
Hey, doesn't do you think the other son gets left out? I know he has another son that
Does he?
is complete. Yeah, he does. I can't even remember his name. That's how unknown he is.
Yeah.
But I guess Will Smith was just like, this one I'm going to invest in, and he did. And everyone knows who Jaden is. There was that remake of the Kung Fu movie. He ended up
Karate
being
Kid.
Karate Kid.
Kung Fu movie. Karate Kid.
I could have not gotten any further away from actually
No.
getting it right.
Kung Fu Panda, based on Jaden Smith.
Right, absolutely. And he did the other. He did After Earth, which was awful.
Was it? I never saw it.
So bad.
I'm looking up right now if Will Smith has more kids, more sons.
Yeah, he has a. So there's Jaden and
He does. Trey Smith.
Trey Smith. He is just.
He's older.
He's a lost child. I don't know if he was married before to someone else before Jada Pinkett Smith, and I don't know.
Yeah. Cherie Zimpino is his mother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
That's a bummer.
Maybe just the two of us is written about Trey.
Perhaps.
Will, if you're listening, will you let us know?
Let us know. Get into contact with us, Will.
Send us an email, ask us a love question, but also let us know which son your song's written about. 'Cause-
And which son do you truly love more?
yeah, you can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
Yeah, absolutely
Except
not.
for people that listen to the podcast.
Which is pretty much no one. Back to burgers. Let's get back to burgers.
Yes.
That was a good take. I mean, wait, do that. I want to do that again.
Do what?
Ooh, spilled my coffee.
Do what again?
I just want to hear how this sounds. It's the sound of a freshly made coffee, listener. Mm-hmm. I love doing so. Lauren and I, to peek behind the curtains, we switched up podcasting days. We're in sync now. We know what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're doing it in the middle of the day. We're drinking coffee. And let's be at the end of the day, coffee makes or break it for us.
Makes or break it.
Makes or break it. Makes or breakfast.
We're truly all about the coffee.
Yeah.
We became friends over coffee, and let's face it, we're probably going to die because of coffee. Mm-hmm. And so it's just
Now
life.
hold on. Let me stop you there. I want to be a public health educator on the benefits of coffee. 2 cups a day, great. If you have high blood pressure, don't do it. Other than that, coffee's going to help you live to 120.
Oh, geez, I don't know if I want to live that long.
Oh, that's true. I probably don't. Well, I want to keep doing this podcast till I'm 120.
120, baby.
I wonder if we would even have one listener at that point, or if we would have so
They'd
many.
all be dead by then.
Oh, that's true. Everyone in the world?
Yeah. No. Sorry, I just actually
The microphone spook you?
I bit the microphone.
Oh, no. Is this microphone piece or teeth? I think that's microphone. That reminds me. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm not going to go into this. Go down a tangent. But F it, I am. When speaking of the broken tooth, one of the things I wrote down that I wanted. I shouldn't say that. Speaking of the broken tooth, like mentioned it earlier, the first time I chipped my tooth, it was before my second teeth had come in.
So you chipped a baby tooth?
I chipped a baby tooth, and I kind of forgot that I was going to have new teeth, and I thought it was just going to be this way forever. And it was in elementary school. I think it was pretty young. I was climbing on the big red Christmas tree.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh yes.
No.
I thought I was a little monkey, and I just remember. So the Christmas tree has these different bars hanging out the sides, towards the top they get smaller. But there's almost like a half person's or a half child side length between the level of the bars. So you'd have one bar at the bottom, and then about 3 feet up would be another bar. So I had very long arms as a child. And so I remember hanging from a top bar and, about arm length. You drop down about 2 feet. My face is right at the level of the other bar.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, I'm going to swing. And I was holding on to the top bar, not realizing right at my face level at the bottom of the parabola was another bar right where my teeth were. And I would go, swing. And I just went and shoot.
Oh
I just remember that and just remember things just kind of turning like black and red real quick. And I dropped and got up and I was like, I'm not going to have a full tooth anymore.
This is it. I'm dead.
I'm dead. My career as a model is not going to go anywhere. My career as an extreme whistler not going to go anywhere
An
either.
Oral-B spokesperson not going to go anywhere.
Those kids these days with their high aspirations to be an Oral-B spokesperson.
Dream big, kids.
I hate. Go ahead.
Can we just talk about how truly weird it is that at one point in your life, your teeth literally fall out and we're all okay with it.
Right.
And we're like, more are coming. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I kind of forgot what baby teeth were until my nieces and nephews started losing teeth. And I'm like, really wrapping your brain around your teeth falling out and you're happy about it is just so weird to me. Now that I'm like attached to all my teeth.
Oh, absolutely. I totally get you on this because it's really weird to think about, the contrast. You lose a teeth these days, it will wreck your year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas there, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get 3/4. I'll maybe get a full $1. I don't know what it would be with inflation these days.
I know. It's gotten a lot higher.
I just didn't understand it. And it's also kind of traumatizing, but once you get over that hump and you lose that first tooth, you're like, I want to lose all these.
Yeah, and you just start pulling them out when they shouldn't be pulled out.
You just grab pliers from your dad's toolbox and put them back, and you just start yanking.
You're just all gums.
Mom, Dad, can I have an advance on my larynx?
Oh, gosh.
This is awful imagery, but...
do you remember that feeling when a tooth is gone? And you just play with
sticking your tongue in that socket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the electrical. That's a different experience.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That could be an app. But you would feel around for weeks with your tongue and you're just like, I like my new mouth.
Yeah. You're like, this is exciting and new.
Yeah. But I was always kind of bummed whenever the new tooth would come in because then I would just be impatient for it to actually show up.
Yeah, it's just peeking its way out. It's slowly entering into your world.
Hey, everyone. I'm going to be joining y'all soon.
And I'll be here forever.
Yeah.
Unless you eat a Jordan almond.
And Jordan almond or you swing from bars, but
yeah,
that's okay.
Your tooth is real country.
It's very country.
Ratings then. I bet there's a lot of people that have mouth issues and we're just really making them uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. No offense to the mouth issue people out there. Yeah. Well, anyway, when going back to the burger, great burger. I also went for double dipping in with the fries. I was thinking, I had a great beer. I did a nice.
No, you got a martini.
Oh. When did I have a beer?
You didn't.
That was last night. Never mind. I had a martini, and let's talk about this because you and I got the same martini. You went gin, I went vodka.
Yeah.
Because I'm classy and you're just out there. And
I'm an old man.
Yep. And you got that Henderson gin?
No. It was Blue Sapphire.
Blue Sapphire. That sounds like a type of gin they would have at Bar Louie.
That's not what it's called. What's it called?
I don't know. But let me say, I think at the end of the day, and I'll be honest, I only like the fixins that go in the martini. I think that's
Really?
yeah. Well, at least for that one, I don't drink that many martinis. I probably have only had maybe less than 6 in my life. But they did something cool but kind of gross later. They did blue cheese stuffed olives in the drink, and it worked out really well.
Oh, man.
Until I started to look down and realize that some of the blue cheese was just kind of, the little chunks of cheese were floating around in the martini, and I was just like, I'm gonna drink this later.
Cheese drink.
Yeah. I also turn on that voice whenever I drink my martinis.
I'm gonna drink these later.
I'm gonna drink just one, but that's all I need to get me going.
By the way, it's Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay.
Yes.
So
Coach Bombay Sapphire is the full name. That's what it's
football joke, right?
called. Mighty Duck joke.
Oh. Gosh, how do I not get that?
Coach Bombay.
Oh man, I almost clicked on that. It's now December 2016, everyone, and so hopefully the Mighty Ducks are still up on Netflix because they popped up on Netflix, and it's very exciting. I think D1, D2, and D3.
Oh man.
Those are greats.
Yeah.
That if that doesn't make you want to move to Canada, I don't know what will.
I always want to move to Canada.
Seriously. And we talked, that was part of our discussion that night, is how awesome Vancouver is.
Yeah.
That is on the list. Like it's very tempting to just up and move. I think we could honestly just head on out. The city looks so great. I have never been. I love hearing you've been, I think once or twice.
Once. I've been to Vancouver once and Victoria twice.
See,
Man, yeah. Canadians rock.
They rock, don't you know?
They rock.
Wow, that is a crappy.
They won't let you in if you do that.
No.
Be cool, man.
be cool, man.
Now you're Jamaican.
No, that's Canadian.
Be cool, man.
Once you get further and further up north, they have a very Rastafarian culture.
Canada, we got a bobsled team.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I am probably thinking of so many good references to old Disney movies in this.
I know.
I love Cool Runnings. To me, was the funniest movie in the world for about 5 years of my life, and then of course the veil was torn, and
Why was the veil torn?
I don't know. The
It's
veil was
still one of the
removed from my
funniest.
eyes. It was very biblical.
Well, yeah, it was.
I should not be
Okay.
comparing that to that.
No, but I want to ask you a question before we get into our ratings, because we will right after this.
Okay.
Top 3 Disney not animated
Oh.
movies.
See, okay, I'll go. Mm-hmm. I think Homeward Bound. That's a class. No, that's Universal. I can't say that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
up.
I could be wrong. If it is Disney, then yes. But it's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay.
Oh, I have a good one. I have my number one. It's very obvious for anyone that knows me. I think the original Pirates of the Caribbean. That was pretty good. I don't care for anything after that.
Okay.
I think
No, it's Walt Disney. Homeward Bound is Walt Disney.
there you go. Number 2 is going to be Homeward Bound, classic, and number 1 is going to be Star Wars: Force Awakens.
Oh gosh,
You
I don't think.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I feel like I was. No. Okay. I will accept your answers.
Good. What's the beef though? Hey, and while we're at it, where's the beef?
And is it bacon?
That's Wendy's old classic
Yes.
tagline. Where's the beef and is it bacon?
And is it bacon? Okay, I want to answer this now. But first, I want to tell you, I actually watched the end of Homeward Bound yesterday with our friend Liz. And we both, like when the animals come home, spoiler alert, and we both cried. It was like a 5-minute clip, and we both just sat on the couch crying because it was so wonderful. So it's still as like wonderful as it was back then.
And it's still as traumatic as it was. It's a very traumatic movie.
It is.
I used to love Cats back in the day. And that scene where Sassy gets pulled into the raging river is very hard to process.
Oh. You know, for me, the hardest part is to think of those animals being in those horrible situations, and they're animals. They don't know that they're acting.
Oh.
So they're
Whoa.
like Shadow's in the muddy pit. He never thinks he's going to get out because
Oh my
he's
gosh.
not cognizant of this is just a scene.
Wow. So at the end of the day, this could have been more like a documentary because these animals, as far as they're concerned, absolutely, they're experiencing this. They're experiencing this hell that these people are. And
I
of course,
know.
I'm sure at the end they put no animals were harmed in this, but I mean, the
Some were
reality.
traumatized and are in counseling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
my
I'm sorry.
God.
I just like
That
ruined-
really messes with me now.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how the aliens in Star Wars actually felt.
Okay, now my top 3.
Please,
I'm
please
gonna
move
go
on
with-
after that.
I'm going to go with Mighty Ducks,
Which one?
number 1.
Okay.
Number 1.
I don't know why I'm writing these down.
Well, because it's good stuff. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with non-animated.
Now, can there be animation in them?
Sure.
Because that you get about a good 10 movies there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to... I asked the question, but I don't even have an answer. Honestly, the Swiss Family Robinson I thought was really cool when
Right.
I was a kid.
Oh.
Now, I could care less. But
Really?
then I was like, this is a magical... I want to be shipwrecked with my family and build this. That would never happen to my family. We'd all just like... We'd just die. So, I liked that. And so,
Sounds like a good remake we should get on.
yeah, it's just
Turns out into a horror, the
called-
horror of isolation, loneliness, and starvation.
Swiss Family neat. It's just like very sad. And I would say number 3 would be I really want to say The Three Ninjas, but I know that's not a Disney movie.
Oh,
It's not a Disney movie. But
yeah,
I'm going to say The Three Ninjas anyway because this is our podcast and I can do what I want.
you can. I think that's a pretty good list. Was Karate Kid Disney?
Never seen it.
Oh,
Never
really?
Seen either. Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Kung Fu Jaden.
Kung Fu Jaden. I think that's a pretty good list.
Thank you.
I feel like there's going to be one that we're really missing, aside from Star Wars, obviously. There's
Yeah.
one we're missing here that I think you and there's Cool Runnings. And so let me take a second
Neither
with
of
Cool.
us mentioned Cool Runnings. We suck.
Right, but have you watched it recently?
No, but
The
it's
toilet jokes I don't know. I don't know what happened. They don't fall that great on me anymore. That's a weird way to put it, but they don't land. That's what I was looking for. They don't land like they used to. But that one scene, I remember that me, my brother, and my sister growing up watching Cool Runnings. That one scene where the bobsled just breaks into pieces. There's a pause. You don't see the bobsled. It's still in the tunnel. You get on the other side. There's a shot of the end of the tunnel, and you hear this, "Hey, Senka, you dead?"
yeah, man.
You can go pee now. Oh, too late. I peed my pants a little bit. Just like that. There was if I look at the funniest things in my life, it was that scene. We'd watch it so many times on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. And then there was another clip with Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast where he just sang "I'm a Cucumber," which, check that out. Speaking of which, before we move on,
Okay.
we need to get on, I think one day, because I was thinking about this all this week, because at the end of the day, this show is just me referencing all these potential YouTube clips that people should go check out. I think we talked about this, and I think we should probably do it, is just get a website together, put all the YouTube clips in for the week, and that's our blog. What do you think, listener?
This is when you get on your email and send us an email to let us know what you
perfect
think.
plug.
Yeah. Also, let us know what Disney movies we missed, what real life Disney movies we missed that are better than the ones we listed.
Yes.
I kind of regret my Swiss Family Robinson one,
Well,
but it was mesmerizing as a child, so I'm going to leave it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I like your idea.
I do like that. I think we should.
Okay.
Okay. But you got me thinking about Swiss Family
Okay.
Robinson.
We gotta
We've
get into
move on.
ratings because we'll never stop thinking about Swiss Family Robinson. Okay, I'm gonna go first this week
Go for it.
with rating. I am going to rate our burger experience.
Sorry.
What?
I just pictured there's a guy named Rating. Never mind. It's very dirty. We're not going there. I'm
No.
going to edit this out. Start us over.
Good, because I'm confused. Okay, so this is the part of the podcast where we rate our experience to see who wins. So from start to finish, I had a great time with you guys. Good conversation. Great company.
Oh, and Cheney was there.
Cheney was there, and she is
Completely forgot
always
she's there.
just like bundle of joy and happiness. So I'm always happy she's there. Episode 5 guest.
Yep,
If you haven't,
from our brunch episode.
yes,
Right.
if you haven't listened to that, please do. You'll get to know Cheney and see why it's so great when she's around. And I love talking to Amy all the time. She's wonderful, and you're great too. And I loved my martini, by the way. Those blue cheese olives, like, give me a jar of that for dinner. I'm
Seriously.
cool. Like, I wanted to ask for an extra skewer, but I thought that was kind of lame.
Especially after all the ranch. We didn't even talk about that. We requested so much ranch to the end. I thought they were passively aggressively, like, they brought a plate of like 4 things of ranch. And I'm like, here you go. You're going to ask for this anyway.
They literally brought a plate of 4 bowls of ranch.
A plate of ranch.
We used them
That's true.
because here
It's also true.
we dip our fries in ranch. This is what we do. But honestly, because of it was really loud in there. It was a little. I like that place, but it's like there's something about it that you're just kind of like you feel a little dirty after being there.
Right.
It was really loud, and but the food was good. I think the bar food is good for what it is. It's really good. So I am going to rate it a 7.
Well, the experience as a single lady, you rate as it.
I rate as a 7
Okay.
because I enjoyed it. I will say I showed up grumpy. I was very grumpy because I had to work really late and I drove literally straight from work. So,
Yeah.
That's just, you're grumpy.
Right.
You haven't been home in hours and you're just kind of like pissed at the world and you're like, why haven't I gotten married to a millionaire yet? So I don't have to do this kind of stuff.
Constant thoughts in your head.
Yes. Every day I'm just like, where's my millionaire?
Where's my millionaire?
Yeah. Who wants to be my millionaire?
You know, Bar Louie seems like a place. It's going to have those millionaires in there. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a couple millionaires in that bar, but that's the party that shows up to Bar Louie and doesn't have a friend group and is just kind of there, and you're just like,
Yeah. Well, they're not looking for their next wife at Bar Louie.
oh no,
They're looking for their online date at Bar Louie.
oh, because that's a good meeting place, but nothing else. They're
Yeah.
just looking to, okay.
Anyway, so I give it a 7. Tell me what your rating is, Kim.
I think, well, one, we showed up a little late, and of
I
course,
wasn't going to bring that up.
yeah, I was surprised you didn't, because I was thinking like, I knew that you had a rough day, and we showed up there, and I'm just kind of thinking. I looked at the time and was like, oh, we're 20 minutes late, and like we hate being late, and I was like, oh, that's going to suck for her. Like, if she was having a bad day, for her to be there at that bar alone waiting for us, like, that's going to, like, if I was in that position waiting on you, I'd be pissed at you, and I'd probably be very upfront about it. So that's probably one of the things that we had trouble with is just, and this is now what used to take Amy and I about 10 minutes to say, let's go to a place. We used to be so good at it and be like, we're going to go here. We're going to go get coffee. It takes us 5 minutes to get to the car. Now it's like 20 minutes because you gotta time that feeding, and you got to make sure you have breast milk. So sometimes, like, I would say on average for us to get out of the door, and this is just with one more human, like the math doesn't even add up. 2 people, 5 minutes, 3 people, add 15 minutes to that. I'm like, doesn't make sense. And so,
But one of those people doesn't actually contribute to anything.
no,
So that's why.
and that's so much BS. Like, I hate that. And that's, I know that's like a dadism there, but like that kind of sucks. She doesn't do much, you
Right.
know. But so it took us. We're getting her ready and dealing with the crying baby, strapping that baby in, and that baby hates the car. I don't know if we mentioned that on the podcast. The baby hates being jostled around in the car. I don't know why. I think we're just to the point to where we've gotten so many blogs and checked so much online that most people say at the end of the day, you got to accept this. And we're like, bummer. Anyway, so we're 15 minutes late. And but at the end of the day, I've been craving burgers for the whole week. I suggested, hey, let's go out. Let's do burgers. You found out about Bar Louie and made that magic happen. So I was very happy about that. And the other thing huge plus for this place, it's just loud. And so Ellie's in that phase where loud noises don't really wake or affect her unless she's like really sleeping. And So she was just kind of there, and it's super loud, and like no one's going to care if there's a crying baby. And on top of that, like Elliot just doesn't care. So
Yeah.
it's actually kind of cool.
It was a good spot for her.
Yeah,
She was really well behaved.
Right. I think bars are great for babies. Honestly, I had no idea.
I didn't either, but I mean, because there's crying, sorority girls next
Right.
next to us, so it's like it's perfect.
Oh man, she just found her crew. That won't be my girl. She'll tip.
No.
Oh man, we heard that sob. The only depressing thing about that night was that sob story from our waitress, and justified sob story. That we had this table belligerently drunk right next to us, just yelling. And apparently, we heard her story, her talk about them, because you were able to reach out to her and say like, "Hey, I saw them treating you like dirt. I'm sorry about that." And she opened up and was like, "Yeah, they've been there for hours, barely ordered any food." 2 people at that table only tipped her 10 cents.
Yeah.
What? That was so frustrating to me.
And she was so nice about it still. She was
Right.
like, it happens. And I was just like, that should never happen. They were the table that they were leaning out, throwing their hand up and going, hey, snapping at our waitress, that kind of stuff.
That peeves me off.
Oh. People like that have never been in the food service industry and don't know. It is like,
It should send shivers up your spine whenever someone does that.
Yeah.
And like you've worked at a restaurant, I've worked in the coffee. I've never waited tables. And I have so much pity. Most of my tipping's out of pity because I know it
should be. It is hard.
It is. But she was super nice. She was wonderful. Great service at the end of the day. She was on top of our drinks. She gave us that ranch for free.
Oh, yeah. We ate like half a bottle of ranch amongst us.
I know. And at the end of the day, even though we had these beefed up burgers, they weren't the plain burgers, still $5.
Yeah.
Loved it. I got the tots again. Great tots. Great food. At
He
the
likes
end of the
those
day,
tots.
what's that?
He likes those tots.
Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Sure.
Sure. So I want to rate the place, but at the end of the day, it's the experience. And married dude with baby at the bar, with a burger at the end of the day, burger's going to make anyone great. People love burgers. I give it a solid 8.
Interesting.
There we go. And that's it. To the listener, we started writing these down before. I didn't know Lauren's score. She didn't know mine.
We didn't.
This is as honest as we're going to get. I had 2 people reach out to me saying, like, I feel like you're making up your score after Lauren's. That's not true. Now, this is my own legit score. So,
You won this one.
that's okay. I don't need to win it, though.
You're smiling from ear to ear right now. Guys, he's just like in cloud
I need
nine.
it.
I can't even he's so happy.
It's mine.
He won burgers. Fine.
Yeah, I'll get
You
off the
won
chair.
burgers.
I'll put back on my clothes.
No, I think mine would have been a 10 if I had like a wonderful hot guy next to me waiting with me
Yeah.
for when y'all were late. But I was, like beating off the strange. Oh, stop it. Undo.
What?
Take it off. What?
What?
No. Take it off. I don't want that in there.
That's okay. Just keep going.
I mean, like fighting off the weirdos at Bar Louie. But.
Right. So I get that. Having a special someone does make it pretty awesome.
Man, I can only imagine what eating burgers with my future husband will be like.
It's great when you have that partner in crime that looks at you and says, "We're just gonna, I know you've been running this week, but I want a burger, and we'll, it's not always good, and I'm sure Amy and I will change our habits by, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll change our habits, but it's just probably not healthy that we just look at each other every once in a while like, let's go eat crap food, let's do it,
Yeah.
and we'll support each other 100%."
You're like enablers.
Absolutely. So I win for this week. Why don't we go ahead and jump into our favorite segment, Dumb Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going first again. Oh. I'm going first again. And so my dumb thing this week,
Wait, why are you going first?
because I want to,
Okay.
my was
Just
the day after I bit my tongue, the day after we got burgers, I couldn't really eat very well. So I got a smoothie from Smoothie King. First of all, not a big fan of Smoothie King. I'm just going to throw it out there. It's full of people I don't enjoy and protein powders that I can't pronounce, and I feel inadequate in there. And also, I've been pressured so many times to get a protein powder, and I'm like, no, thank you. I just want blended fruit, please.
Right.
And they always try to tell me the benefits of protein, and I'm just looking at them like, I don't want to get into this. This is another
They're
topic.
like a Jehovah's Witness coming to you. Have you heard the good gospel of protein powder? And, like,
Yes.
Not now.
And I'm like, I'm busy. I've got to get back to work, and I don't want to talk to you
And
about
then you
this.
slam the window on their drive-through window. Like,
Yes.
leave me alone.
No thanks.
Knock. Can I get my shake?
I still want my smoothie.
Or
So yeah,
smoothie.
I was getting my Smoothie King, but then I was also, so I couldn't quite resist not having like a solid food.
Sorry, isn't that what you really want in life? Is a Smoothie King to come along?
Yeah, but no.
Sorry.
I'm just waiting on my Jamba Juice.
Oh,
He's not, yeah. Anyway, I ended up going
I
to
like these
Sonic.
jokes.
You like the smoothie puns.
Yes.
Happy.
So you went to Sonic.
Yes, because I was actually getting some treats for my coworkers because I'm a very kind person. And I ended up getting myself some fries. And as I was ordering, because I couldn't not eat a solid food at lunch. It's just, I'm a human. I'm not a, edit this out. I couldn't not eat solid food at lunch. So I ordered the drinks for my coworkers, and I ordered some fries for myself. And the guy, when he was repeating my order back to me, he said, this kind of blast, this Snickers blast, an order of Frenchy fries, and your total's this. And I just kind of, I just like smiled so big. I was like, thank you. And he just called them Frenchy fries. And I don't think this is dumb. I actually think this is wonderful. But I just was so happy that this grown man called them Frenchy fries. And he's not joking, 100% serious. He calls them Frenchy fries.
It's making me smile.
I know.
This isn't a dumb thing at all. Why aren't they called Frenchy fries?
They should be. I was just so happy. I ended up going back and telling all my coworkers, and they started smiling. I was just like, this guy, he just gives joy everywhere.
I know. Well, what a fun name. I mean, there are a lot of fun names for potatoes. Au gratin, tater tots.
Yes.
And then we have French fries.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound cool.
Frenchy fries.
Frenchy
better.
fries.
Remember when they were called Freedom fries for a little bit?
I forgot about that. Because let me get this right. Because France wasn't like anti-terror. I don't even know why.
I don't
what
remember
was
why.
that?
It was a while ago, but I just remember
That was in our
even
Nintendo
in my
64 phase.
youth thinking that was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard.
Oh, absolutely. I just said absolutely. My wife, I'm sorry to everyone out there. Apparently, when I give confirmation in the form of absolutely, it pisses some of you off. No. I'll probably edit this out.
It's okay. You can say it at least once.
Okay.
Cameron, what's your dumb thing?
Thank you. I really feel like you're taking charge on this one. My dumb thing is it's a shorty but a goodie. I was in line at a particular craft business, one that you may or may not work for at the end of the day. And actually, there was this lady, and I had to go pick up some holiday decorating supplies. And while at line, there was a lady in front of me who was getting asked what her email was to, I guess, sign up for emails or whatever.
Ugh, emails.
And so embarrassed. This lady just kind of, and this was after work, like out in Arlington, which is it's where the Dallas Cowboys play. It's just kind of a little bit of it's a little hickish,
Okay.
And this lady just, you could just tell is an Arlington resident for sure. Just kind of leans in to tell the cashier, and I barely heard it. So my email is princess Like, and then I won't say the full thing because I know the whole thing. I could totally give it away. But it was like, Princess, 97, blah, blah, blah. And I chuckled right behind her because she knew that she knew what she was doing.
She knew she had the stupidest email address. She could.
Absolutely did. And
can you give the relative age of this woman?
Oh, I would love to. I love going around and just guessing a women's ages. She was a solid 41.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
At this point, she's like queen, no longer princess.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
queen.
And yeah, definitely not a princess, but you could just kind of tell that she. And I don't mean to sound degrading. Definitely watches Disney cartoons with her kids. Just saying. She's the type of mom that turns on Mickey House Clubhouse and thinks that this is good programming, educational programming for her kid. I actually don't know.
There's
I
nothing
really
wrong.
don't know.
I was like, wait, I love Mickey Mouse
Mickey
Clubhouse.
Mouse Clubhouse is poisoning our kids' minds.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
And anyway, that's my dumb thing for this week.
Princess 97.
And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't know if her name actually was Princess or not.
It could be, and she could have actually been 97 years old.
Or her last name could be 97.
Maybe.
True. So that's about it for me. Why don't we jump into one of our new segments?
This segment we like to call Heart Times, and it's where our listeners, that's you, write in questions to us.
Oh, not me. Them.
No, not you.
Yeah.
I'm talking
You really
to
looked at me.
The dozens of people who listen to this. And they write in questions about love life, their love life, and we answer them because we do have a plethora of perspective on this show. So, Cameron, you go ahead and read the letter we got this week.
Okay. Dear Cam and Amy, I don't think I guess this is for me.
I wrote the wrong name.
I like that I just read it just so nonchalant.
So you're just like Burgundy. Okay, sorry.
Am I red?
No,
I feel like...
you might be. I'm a little red.
Okay. Okay, the letter this week is from Christina B. And she didn't even say, I actually have no idea who this is. So that's
Cool.
kind of cool to actually have someone we don't know.
Yeah.
Dear Cam and Lauren, I need y'all's help. I am single and not really used to dating. Last week, I was at a party and I got hit on by this guy. I'm kind of freaked out and I'm not really sure why. I don't think I'm into him, but he also seemed like a nice guy. What do I do? Do I give him a chance or do I not lead him on if I already know if I'm probably not into it? Or am I thinking too hard? And that's, again, like I said, from, she says, help. Sincerely, Christina B. So... Oh, man. So many single issues here, Lauren.
Yeah.
Sounds like one for you.
I think I can help. Christina, first of all, yes, you're thinking too hard. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to clarify that.
Because y'all ladies just think.
We like to think.
Yeah.
And we think on things too much. But, Christina, here's what I would say. First of all, enjoy that someone was hitting on you. That's nice. Just be flattered. Think it's cool because it is. You're probably a hottie and you probably got a body. Hottie with a body.
But what if she's naughty?
Oh, well then she's a naughty hottie with a body. So, just remember that. Don't think too hard. If you're single and this guy is single and he's hitting on you, honestly, and you think he's nice, give him a try. Give him a date. Give him 2 dates.
Take a chance.
Take a chance.
Take
but
a chance.
Don't,
Take a chance.
Don't go further than that if you know it's something you're not interested in. But I think it's always fair to give someone a shot. If they seem like they're nice, if you actually know the same people, you're at a party, so it sounds like you probably know the same people, you can ask them, be like, hey, what's this guy like?
While holding his hand, walking him up to people.
Give me a quick spiel on this dude. But yeah, get some inside information. Don't be so scared. It's just a date. Don't worry about it. You said you're not used to dating. This is good practice. And I know it sounds like maybe rude to think like, oh, I don't want to practice on someone. But I mean, ultimately, you never know. This guy could be someone you could be with.
Right. My wife practiced on me.
Right. And look at that.
Yeah.
Now you're married.
With a baby.
With a baby.
Yeah. Good
so
practice.
my 2 cents is always give it a shot.
Yeah. I think I completely agree. I mean, at the end of the day, dating's a good, cool thing. You're smart. You know who you are. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you should be able to trust yourself most of the time, unless you're just, people have like taken you by the shoulder, looked at you and be like, you shouldn't date. Like, if you're in good standing, I'm a firm proponent of those that know they should date, go date.
Yeah.
Like, just try it out like this. There's a lot of fish. I know it's cliche. There are a lot of fish in the sea. There are a lot of options. Try out a few of those options. Mm-hmm. Doesn't hurt.
You're not leading. That's also, I think women worry that we're always leading a guy on if we're not sold on him from the first go. That's not the case. He's single. He's a grown man. He better be a grown man, Christina. If he's not, like, we're going to turn you in. If he's like...
I did the Gandalf, like, the monster's coming. Run.
Yeah. No, I hope he's over 18, Christina. I mean, we don't know you that well. Who knows? But he's a grown man. He knows what he's getting into. If he asks you out, don't worry about it. Just go. And then don't feel so responsible for his feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that helped you out, Christina. I kind of want to follow up on this, see if that goes anywhere.
Write us back, Christina. Let us know how the first date goes.
Well, that kind of concludes our ep for this week. Mm-hmm. It's a shorty but a goodie. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with this.
As am I.
So why don't we go ahead and say sayonara for this week? Because that about does it for us. Let me go ahead and say, if you like what you hear, please tell your friends. Definitely tell your friends. I've been noticing friends of friends have started to listen, so that's good.
Yeah.
So thanks to all those people that are telling their friends. And yeah, leave us a, if you can, if you got 5 minutes, you got that little break, leave us a little review on iTunes. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't have to be a great review. Just review us. It could be a good review.
We would prefer a good review.
Those are good. Just so do that. Tell your friends. Leave a review. Especially do that if you want Osama bin Laden to stay dead. So, I
can tell
if
immediately.
you don't, you're the type that eats freedom fries and French fries and
which is it, Cam? Wait,
French fries, because you're a loser and you want Osama bin Laden to come back from the dead. And so anyway, yeah, don't leave us a review if you're a terrorist. Actually, that's fine. I don't want to. It's like Dagny the other week. Didn't want to exclude anyone. Didn't want to exclude the Ku Klux Klan until we had to correct her.
This is the longest podcast sign off I've ever heard.
Absolutely. Anyway, but we did clarify with Dagny last week. She does not want the support of the Ku Klux Klan, so that's good.
Good.
But actually, by last week, we mean 2 weeks ago. Sorry, peek behind the curtain. Our episode we recorded last week is not released.
Ooh.
So many peeks behind the curtain. I really like the curtain analogy. Anyway, let's go ahead and end this. If you would like...
Let the listener know that I assigned Cameron the role of signing off the podcast, and now I'm regretting that.
I'm actually legitimately reading from a script she wrote me, and I do not like the copy, because it's not how I would normally sign us off. And so I am...
not like the copy.
So in quotations we have here... We have come to the end of our time together. If you would like more of Lauren and me, you can follow us on social media. For Instagram and Twitter, I am at CamCarter20. Screw this. I'm going to do it my own way. So that about does it for this week. That is the conclusion of our podcast here. If you want to follow us on social media, because you don't have anything else going on, you can follow me at Cam Carter 2010 on Instagram and Twitter. And for Lauren over here,
I'm slowly dying. You can follow me on Instagram at Neateroni.
mm-hmm.
Neateroni.
Thanks for spelling.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Neatos Tweetos.
And spell it.
NEATOS And I will start to tweet.
All right. You heard it right here. If there hasn't been a new tweet,
send me a tweet. A
cool.
tweeter. A Twitto. What oh gosh, we gotta end this.
Well, that about does it. For Unhitched Your Dad Trying.
Oh, also, send us your love questions at unhitchedyourdadtrying@gmail.com.
That's true.
Yep.
All right. Well, that about does it for us here at Unhitched Your Dad Trying. We'll see you next week.
Oh, bye.
Adios.
I kind of love the ending of that and how it was like imploding.
Oh no, did I not record that?
The whole thing.